onto you. All right, great. So let me just get my screen in order. And I'm just going to move you guys aside for the moment and go to my presentation so I can share it with you. Presenter. Okay, 2 seconds. And that one needs to be there. And that one needs to be there. And got it. All right, let me share my screen. More. And there we go. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Perfect. You are seeing a big screen. It just says dropshipping on top of it, right?
Correct.
All right. All right, let's get this ball rolling. If you are interested, like I said, in selling physical products, then I am sure you have thought of dropshipping too, because it looks actually like a very fabulous way to earn an income, an extra income at the lowest risk in any ways possible. So you will basically not invest your own money, but you will have to invest your time. So in this training, I'm going to show you how you can set up AliExpress dropshipping store, but also I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to help you create a successful dropshipping business, which is actually really, really important. So what is dropshipping and how does it work? Now, dropshipping is a fulfillment method where you will not keep the products you sell on hand. You will basically set up your online store. Your client will order and pay for your product on your store. And then you will then pay and place the order with a dropshipper, which could be AliExpress, Alibaba, or many others. The dropshipper will then ship the order to your client. Now, remember, dropshipping is not a get-rich-quick option. Unfortunately, a lot of people would love it to be like that, but it takes a lot of research to find the best products, and you will need to build a relationship with the suppliers if you want to really have a successful dropshipping business. Now, I would also advise that you create an Excel spreadsheet or any type of spreadsheet where you can add the links of all the products that you would like to sell in your store, because you will first do your research and then create the store. And for that, you will need to use the URLs of the products that you have researched. And it's going to make sense as we go through this process now so that you'll see what I'm doing. So obviously, you can also just add products blindly to your site by just going and clicking on it and just add any type of product that you like. But I would strongly not suggest that. Now, another point that I would like to bring across is that AliExpress do not care about you. You are a drop in the bucket. If you want their loyalty, you will need to build that trust with them and actually give them a lot of business. So be serious about your business. If you do not have the time to build a relationship with a supplier, then I suggest you're going to get an agent on that side that can act on your behalf. Now, with all of that being said, let's look at a few steps that you need to take to get your online store started. Now, I just want to make sure quickly before I go on, I just want to make sure that there's maybe not somebody that's trying to get in. So just bear with me a second, guys. Let me just see before I can go on and see if we've got more participants wanting to come in. Yes, there's another one there. Remote. All right, so I can continue. All right, the steps. Now, the reason you want to start your dropshipping business is primarily to make money, okay? So you need to make sure you choose an option that is going to work for you. There is many different kinds of options that you can choose from, And I'm going to give you a few. I'm actually going to give you 3, but it doesn't necessarily mean the options that I'm giving you is what you have to do. There's a lot of different kinds of ideas, but I just want you to get an idea of all the different kinds of methods that you can apply to your store. So the first you will need to do is to choose a niche. And I'm going to discuss these options with you. The first one is to choose a specific targeted niche with products that have healthy, or rather say a high profit margin. Now, for example, on the screen, you can see you can sell camping tents, for an example. I've got an image right there. Nothing else, just different kinds of tents. Now, this specific one is $109. That comes from AliExpress. So, which means that if you are going to sell this at a higher margin, you can make a profit of about $51, because if you compare it with the products that is currently on Amazon, the specific tent on Amazon is selling for $160. So that's an average of a $51 gross profit. I'm not talking about the shipping the client has to pay and all that kind of stuff. And you did not even bargain with a dropshipper yet. I just took this image. I didn't speak to the dropshipper. I didn't research the product to see if there's a better supplier for this specific product. I just grabbed one. So you can see that you would probably, if you really do your homework, will be able to bargain with a dropshipper a little bit more to get the best price. So you can even go so far to brand the product as your own, which will make you an expert, because remember, you are focusing on just one type of product, which is tents. You can then go and create a newsletter around that product. You can create a blog, you can have a magazine and so forth. And all the focus is going to be on that specific product, making you the authority in that area. So understand what I'm trying to do here is, if you're going to have a specific store selling just different kinds of tents, it's not going to be a camping store, it is a tent store. So you are going to start talking about the material of these kind of tents. You're going to talk about when people camping, why prefer having a tent, the places that you can go with a tent. So your whole site will be built around that specific niche, which is going to create an authority in what you are doing. So people tend to buy from stores with authority. And if you create a store that is all about tents, you'll have articles about it, about Camp Tent Life, you have specials running and so forth. People will be drawn to you, even if the product is on Amazon. You just need to find your own USP. That is, if for those that doesn't know what USP is, unique selling point. And it is, however, better if you can find products that is not available on Amazon. And that is where the research is coming from, as it will actually make it a lot easier for you, and the chances for you to make a success will be higher. All right. The next one is larger volumes of cheaper products. So however, selling expensive items can make for a slow moving business, because the item is a lot more expensive, the niche is more targeted, so there's not a lot of moving parts going. So the other option is to rather sell larger volumes of cheaper products. You will still need to be niche specific, but not item specific. So in this example, you are selling nail products. You will have a store with a variety of different items, such as nail polish, nail stickers, and so forth. So now you can see it is not like just tents, because tents is, although it's in the camping niche, you are just focusing on that specific product, where in this case, you are focusing on the cosmetic area, zooming into the nails, and then everything to do with nails. You can nail files, manicure sets, all those different kinds of things. So I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying. So you will need to sell a lot of products to make a decent profit. And you probably need to build a relationship with a dozen suppliers, as they might not all stock all the varieties that you are looking for. And that is important to remember, especially when it comes to the shipping part. Because most of the times, if you have multiple products coming from different people inside of the drop shipping, they're going to send those packages out to your client from multiple areas. The client's going to get a package from here and a package from there and a package all over the show. And that's why I always prefer to zoom into one specific product that's coming from one specific supplier. If you want to go with this model, you will probably need to get an agent, which is better to work with, or a warehouse where you can have one person handling all of that. I know in my country, we have a specific company that you can sign up, you pay a certain amount fee to them, all your products has been shipped to them, they handle all of those products, they package it into one box and ship it off to your client. So those are the kind of homework that you need to do with these different kinds of models. All right. So the next one, another option is a general niche store, which I personally think you should avoid like the plague, because you are setting yourself up against major competitors such as Amazon and eBay. And this is the option you want to go for. You can, but you will need deep pockets for advertising, and you will need to convince your visitors that you are better than Amazon. Basically, what is your unique selling point? That is what it is. That's how you're going to differentiate yourself. Will it be your price? Will it be delivery? Will it be customer service? And we know how good Amazon is with customer service at this point. So you're going to have to think about it clearly before just adding a lot of products to your store and start marketing. Because these days, people are clever. They don't just buy the first thing that comes up. They will go do some research. They are going to take that product and they will go to Amazon to see if they can get a better price from a place that can guarantee their delivery of the product. So make sure that you do your homework with regards to that. Now, all of these options can work for you, but they all have a positive and a negative side. Now, the next step after choosing your niche and option is to do some competitor and product research. Now, it can be done in multiple ways, but I prefer to make use of the Facebook ads tools because it gives you insight and access to all your competitors that are advertising on Facebook. And most of the time, we do choose Facebook as one of our major traffic sources. Now, I know that there are many others out there, but let's just use this as an example, as I'm sure that you will do some paid advertising yourself. So let me show you what it looks like. But before I go on, I need to stop sharing my screen to get to the other screen and just make sure that I'm getting some answers here. There is somebody here allowed to talk. And just get everybody in here. Have any of you got any questions so far before I continue?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you let me in as a panelist so I can
Yes, I am going to. I'm trying my best, Jean, because there's something hiccup from the beginning. We try to, for some reason, some people can come in and some can't. I don't know why. Are you in now?
Yep, I'm in. You can make me co-host. Was running a little bit late. Traffic was bad.
That's fine. I'm just going to see what is going on because you're not going to believe it. The Zoom has been playing on me. The people could come in, but you could not promote them to panelists. It's only now suddenly that you can do that. And I can't promote you to co-host either. That is so strange. Let me see. I just want to see if I can promote all these others now.
You know, last time when I did the training and I was clicking on promote to panelist, what was happening is that they were denying the panelist. It says their name denied promotion to panelist because now you can accept it or deny it.
Well, that's weird. Okay, well, I've promoted them all. So if they're there, they're there. And I can't make you co-host. So I don't know. No, that's fine, Ship. Cool. If dropshipping is not for you, this is definitely not the right training. All right, so I'm going to go on and I just want to go share my screen with the Facebook ads helper. Let me just do that, share my screen, and where is the next one? And I think, which one is it? Just a second, guys. Okay. For some reason, I cannot share this. Hold on a second. Zoom is playing around with this today. Why? I don't know. All right, here's the ads library. Now I can share screen. There we go. Can you guys see my screen that says ads library?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, so this is the ads library. If you go to facebook.com/ads/library, you would be able to see exactly what your competitors are advertising on Facebook for their specific products. So you can see that we've got, you can choose your country. So I'm just going to say US for this example, because we are using the United States at this stage. And then there's a category you can choose. So I'm just going to leave it on all ads. And let's say camping, for an example. I just want to put something there now. And we've got camping right there. So here's the first one for camping. And you can see the ads that's running for this specific company. This is what they are running at the moment. So you can see all the ad details. So let me just go see if we can find something on tents. Or tents. The example that we've got. So you can see here is another live outside, and there's a tent on that, but that doesn't mean it's the same type of tent. There's another ad. There's another ad for a tent. You can see crew outdoors. So the whole idea is you would be able to go and find what other people are advertising, and if your product has been advertised on Facebook. So you can see there's another one, crew outdoors. So now you can see one of your competitors is probably going to be this company. We don't know what all the different kinds of products is that they are selling. There is another one. So that is just that one client. So let's just go out of here to the beginning. And I'm just going to reload and do that. And let's go back. And we're going to say ads. Wait, everything is freezing. Yeah, see how these things operate, guys. The whole screen is frozen. Wait. Okay, so my Facebook doesn't want to go on, but I'm sure you guys can see the idea here. I'm just going to close that page and stop sharing. All right. So you can use Facebook ads as your go-to if you want to check out what your competitors are doing with regards to advertising. So let's just go to the next slide. And I'm just going to share my screen again. I'm sorry that I'm sharing and then I'm not sharing and then I'm sharing and then I'm not sharing because I can't, unfortunately. Which one is it now? That one. Because I've got so many screens open here. Okay, I'm sharing that screen. All right. So now we can go on with the next slide. The next research tool that we have, oh, let me just take this away because it's in your way now, is the Chrome extension that will instantly tell you if you can trust a dropshipper, a dropshipper with real-time trust scores on every single product. So we're going to look at that as well. And I'm not going to stop my screen and go back, stop my screen. I'm going to show you these just now after the presentation. And the next one after this specific one is actually a very awesome tool, and it's called All Tools Chrome Extension. It will give you the pricing over the last few months, different seller details, all the reviews with some images, as well as products that are similar. And it basically does all of the research for you, leaving you with just to make a decision. So we're also going to look at that one just now. And now it says we can go take a look. So I'm going to stop the share again and share my other page again, so I can show you what those things look like. And that is this one, Chrome extension. I'm just going to go to AliExpress, and then I'll share my screen with you. Share. And I'm going to share that screen with you. Okay, so now you can see the AliExpress screen right in front of you. And the tool that you're going to use, you can see I've got two Chrome extensions installed right here. The first one is a yellow one. If I click on it, it says go to Thief, but you're not going to go to Thief. But this is the Thief extension that you would be able to use for AliExpress. And you would be able to click on the products, and it will give you all the information on that specific product that is highly rated. You can see right here, it's highlighted. It shows find better suppliers, review images, but they already got a 4.8 score, which is excellent. Here you can see at the top, it gives a 4.8, how many reviews, how many orders that they've already had. Now, the whole idea of making use of these tools is because they filter the products on AliExpress. So companies or people that have sold this specific product that do not have enough reviews and do not have good stars is not going to be shown. So they really filter out the products for you, and then you can choose which of these you want to work for. You can even go and say, find better suppliers. So if we click on find better suppliers, this is the page that's going to come up. And this is a free Chrome extension that you can add. And now it's you can see at the bottom, it shows analyzing product images. So now it's going to, you can see all the different kinds of results. You can see how different the prices is going. Here on the 10, we've got 10.45, $10.45, all right, 12,000 orders. Then if you scroll down a little bit, oh no, for you it's not scroll, for me it's scroll, 615 orders. So you can see how far you can go into detail with looking at the products as a whole. So I'm not going to go into in-depth training on this because it can take us the whole day, but you would be able to see exactly in an iceberg view what is happening for this specific product. You can't do this. You can't filter it like this on AliExpress itself. So I'm just going to go back, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, the other extension. So let me just close that one. The other extension next to it, which is all tools, right here at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. There is a light bulb with a price, and then it says seller 93%, 500 reviews and similar. So if I click on price, you can see how the price has varied in the last few months, in the last 3 months. If you click on seller, it gives you all the details of the seller. If it's reliable, the high, you can see it says high, it's happy, good reviews. The seller ships very quickly. 5% only is dissatisfied with the product. So it gives you really all the information that you need that you're not going to be able to find if you had to go to AliExpress directly. The same with reviews. If you click on reviews, you're going to see images that people has posted of the product that they've received from this store. And then you would also be able to see similar products to the one that you've just seen there. So you can see that these Chrome extensions are truly a real valuable tool to use if you are going to do your research. Now, before I go on, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that I can talk to you about this quickly. Now, on the end of the day, when it comes to you guys, if you want to do drop shipping and you do your research, I know that inside of Builderall, we've got this amazing tool in Cheetah where you can add these products. And it's easy to go there and just to add a product. But the whole idea is you have to go do the research, get an Excel spreadsheet while you're doing your research, and you find these products using these Chrome extensions. You're going to place them in the Excel spreadsheet because you're going to use that URL when you go to your store in Builderall to import that specific seller's details into your Cheetah pages or into your store that you're creating on Builderall. And the other side is also, while you have done that, you can always have that as a reference to go back to it later on, because your research doesn't stop by just using those two extensions. You have to go to Amazon. You have to go see whether this product is listed on Amazon. What is the pricing that people are selling it on Amazon? What are the pricing they sell it on eBay? So you will have to go play around with it before you actually start creating your store inside of Builderall, because you're going to have to be able to put your prices there. It's not going to help to import all of these products into your Builderall store or your store inside of Cheetah, and you didn't do your homework by working out your prices, doing all your homework with regards to your competitors, what they are doing. So you have to make sure that you choose the right product. Is there any questions so far or not? Anybody? Dead quiet. Nobody's got any.
Jacky, I have a question. It's Stacy.
Yes, Stacy.
So I used to do drop shipping, so I'm pretty familiar with the way that it works, but I'm just not familiar, obviously, with our tool. I understand
Yes.
that we have a drop shipping tool, and that's what we're going to use.
Yes.
But prior to using that, you're showing us some very basic ways to compare products and find products. Totally get it.
Yes.
What I'm a little not clear about, and this will probably show up when you show us how to use the tool.
Yep.
So we have to choose our prices. So let's just say I see a product on AliExpress and it sells for $3.99. Let's say it's a little inexpensive product, and I want to sell same product for $6.99. There's something about the way this is going to be set up that when the order goes in for that item from my store at $6.99, where I'm charging the customer, on the back end, AliExpress is charging me $3.99 because they have a payment method for me and the customer is paying me, not them. Is that correct, or am I missing something?
Yes, you're going to see now. I'm going through the basic things because it's important to know those things. And the reason why I'm doing it, during this last week, I've had people say they're excited, they want to start this drop shipping store, and they showed me their drop shipping store. And I looked at it and said, but this is not going to work. You just randomly added products. You went into Builderall, randomly added products, and it's a general store, and now you're going to sell. It's not going to work. You have to do the research. I just want to bring across, before I show how to work and do it in Cheetah, that there needs to be research that needs to be done before you just fall into drop shipping. Because a lot of times people fall into drop shipping and they say it doesn't work. It does work, but you need to do your research. You can't just grab a product and think it's going to sell. It just doesn't work like that. And a lot of times, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to set it up inside of Builderall too. I just wanted to paint the picture on the background for you guys to understand. For those that do not know, I'm sure most people do know, but there might be somebody watching this at a later stage and getting excited about it, like normally people do when they fall into Builderall and they see all these tools and they want to use all of it at one shot, and then they say it doesn't work. And it does work, but it takes some effort, and that's what I'm trying to bring across here.
Jacky, I would love to just share something from a strategy standpoint, because I see we lost a couple of folks, some of our regulars who we know are very involved with Builderall. A couple of them said, oh, drop shipping's not for me, see you later. So before we lose anyone else, I want to throw something out that people may or may not be thinking about, and it may not be the perspective you were going to share, Jackie. But here's the deal. You don't have to set up an entire drop shipping store. If you have a blog or you have something where you have a website where you're, for instance, selling something else, or if you are perhaps putting videos up on your page or on your website, you can do individual items on your page or on your blog, and you could sell those items. So if you happen to do a story about, I'm just going to make something up, swimming for children, and I'm just making that up, but you might decide that you want to sell the little, I don't know, the arm things or life vests for children. So you have a boating blog, right? You know, or you have a client who has a boating blog. You can have a client who has blogs, or if you're doing sites for clients, you can then still on their site, because they want content or things up there, you could actually have your ads. You can make your own ads on your page or on their page and be making money that way. So there's multiple ways you can do it. It doesn't have to be an entire store. You can just pick certain products that are related to certain things and put them out there. So I just want to throw that out there, because I don't know if people are thinking that way, but that's an entirely different way in addition that you can use this without building an entire store.
Yes,
So
that's
thank
why,
you for letting
that's
me
why I
share
said,
that.
yeah, absolutely, Stacey. That's why I said earlier, if you have a targeted niche, because that is what you're speaking to, you've got a targeted niche and you're selling like that. With me, was cake decorating. Then you could do that. You can have blogs, you can have articles, you can run promotions, you can run auctions, you can do all those kind of things. And I personally have to admit that it is the best way is to have a niche specific site. If you have a store with just random products, I mean, I can tell you it doesn't work. It does not work. My favorite way is actually, I'm going to get to that. My favorite way is not even to use AliExpress, to be quite honest, is to find my own specialized drop shipper that is unique products with unique type of things, but I can build a relationship with. Let's say I want to sell windsurfing kites, for an example. I don't like the little products. I'm one of those guys that want the big profits kind of thing. So I rather have 3 sales a month than have multiple sales at one time. But I know my stock gets delivered because I have this personal relationship with the supplier. But you can do that with AliExpress. And that's what I'm trying to bring across here, is if you have that special person that you can deal with and work with, the special product that you can even brand according to you, then you're setting yourself up for success. But to just randomly put the product and say, you know what, even if I blog about cake decorating now, and I'll just put on a product, the chances that somebody's just going to buy it from me without really trusting where the product is coming from. But you guys are going to see what I mean now when I go on with the presentation. So let me just start sharing my screen again. I wish I had another screen, but I don't. So I'm just going to close that one and go back to that one. Share screen. All right. So let's go to the next one. Now the fun part is going to start. This step is all about building your drop shipping store in Cheetah and Supercheckout. So I'm going to just jump the slide for now, as I don't want to stop the screen sharing again. Let me just finish my presentation first. After that, you're going to have the most awesome site, but you're going to need to have traffic to make it work. So let's just look at a few marketing points quickly. You will need to build trust with your potential clients. Remember that shoppers can be very skeptical about the quality of products you are selling, and with good reason so. That is why you need to do that proper research that I just spoke about, and even ask for a sample before you start selling. And most AliExpress suppliers will gladly do that if they know that they're going to get potential business from you. And that is why you need that relationship. And the reason why you should ask for a sample is to check the quality. Just like selling Builderall, you need to believe in your product. You do not want to upset your clients if the product is bad. You might have one sale, but the headaches that's going to come with returns and bad reviews, that's just not worth it. Trust can also be building by adding some customer reviews, ratings, and testimonials. Now, there are a million ways in doing that. So one method is to maybe buy a few products from the dropshipper if they are not prepared to send you a sample. Okay, sometimes they're going to ask you to pay for the sample. Then buy a few of those samples, then give it away to clients in return for a picture and a review on Google so that you can add it to your site. Just because you're giving it free, they are definitely going to say to you, yes, why not? The next one is paid advertising. Do not think I need to go into a whole lot of detail with regards to paid advertising, because that's a whole separate training. But if you want traffic and you want it fast, then this is the best option. Organic traffic is great, but it is slow. Unless you already have a large following, just make sure you use vivid pictures, preferably pictures that you have taken yourself, and not all the images from AliExpress. Remember, it's all about being unique. Step 5 is all about testing, analyzing, and improving your site. Actually, I think I missed a section. Yes, I did. The last one was to scale your business. Sorry, guys. Let me just see where I am. Yeah. Now, the third option is all about using tools that you have in Builderall. You can enable browser notifications so that you can push special to those that opt in. You can create a newsletter where you send out promotions, discounts, coupons, and so forth. You can blog about your product, just like Stacey just spoke about now. You can make use of our WhatsApp launch tool when you are launching a similar product, maybe. You can create a magazine with links to special products, but I'm sure you can see what I'm getting with all of this. All right, so now the last step is going to be all about testing, analyzing, and improving your site. You will probably have hundreds of products that will not work. Then suddenly you will find the winning product. Do not give up quickly. Your breakthrough can be just around the corner. And that is what is so wonderful about dropshipping method, is the fact that it is the most cost-effective way in starting an online business with the least effort. Well, I wouldn't say no effort, but with the least effort. So I am now going to talk about shipping a little bit, because I cannot show you how to create the store if we do not touch on shipping a little bit. There are many methods, but we all know that shipping can make and break your business. It's all about where you find yourself in the world that will determine your shipping model. For example, some products in AliExpress are only shipped to certain countries. And in the past, sorry, I've got the hiccups now. You can make use of ePacket, which is no longer available, believe it or not, due to the COVID regulations. They now have AliExpress standard shipping in the place of ePacket. So when you hear somebody speak about ePacket, yes, it did work in the past. It was beautiful, wonderful. Things was delivered more quickly, but that has been removed due to the COVID regulations. So here is my solution. AliExpress have warehouses in strategic places to overcome the long shipping times. One of the warehouses are sitting in the US. So if you are choosing products that are available in that warehouse, your shipping times will drop tremendously, which means is you're going to shop not on the global AliExpress site, but you're going to shop on the US warehouse site if you are going to make use of a distributing model inside of the US. You're not going to let them come from China. You're going to let it use the one that's inside of the United States, and that's going to shorten the period of time for the delivery of the product. If you are in another country and you want to do drop shipping, the other option would be to make use of an agent, or to make use of what I do here in my country, is to have a specific company that receive all the packages from AliExpress, and they send it in one whole package to me or to my clients or wherever it needs to go. All right, so that's basically that part of it. So let me just go to show you. I'm going to stop my screen now because I think we're on the end of it. And I'm going to show you just now Just stop the screen. I'm going to show you what the US warehouse look like before we continue. Just want to move the screens again to the Builderall section here, and then I can talk to you nicely. And I see there's another person coming in a little bit late, but they are in. All right, so this right in front of me, and I know you can't see what I'm showing you. I'm going to share my screen with you quickly. Come on, man. Share, 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 share. Okay, now you can see. Let me just move everybody onto the other screen. I'm struggling with Zoom today. You know, it's been too long. It's been way too long. All right, so you can see right here. This is at the top, aliexpress.com wholesale USA warehouse, which means all the products on this site is in a warehouse somewhere in the US. So if you purchase a product from here, the shipping times is going to be decreased. So this is just an extra one for you to remember. You can see there's German warehouse, EU warehouse, but I'm not sure about these two. You're going to have to go Google to find the right one. I'm just aware of the one in America at the moment, but I know that there are different ones situated all around the countries. So this is just an option for you, just to remember that it can shorten the delivery times. All right, so let's go to Builderall now, and I'm going to show you how to start. So for the newbies, I don't think we've got any newbies really here. If you want to start a very quick store, you can go to start a project, create a physical store, start here, and you would be able to choose a template from here. Okay, and it's going to ask you some questions, and you would be able to fill in all the details with regards to it. So if I choose this one for an example, I'm going to have to show you this because I'm just afraid somebody else from outside comes in and then they don't know. And then here you can see exactly the type of website that you're going to have. All right, so let's say you want to choose that. You're going to click next, and you're going to put in your store name. I'm just going to write here cosmetic. And then you need to fill in all these details. You can see these are tags, which means it's going to create it inside of your site. You do not need to go and type it in all over again. So it's going to put in your business detail, your commercial email address, all that kind of stuff. But I'm just going to put in cosmetic, because if you do not put in a name at the top, it's not going to be able to give you this button at the bottom. So we're just going to click on next. Now here they want a product name because they want you to register at least something. So I'm just going to say test, but I'm going to show you how we delete this later. I'm not going to upload an image. I'm just going to say next and then create the store. So now the store has been created. And now obviously the other way to do this is to start from scratch and create your store from scratch and build a nice home for your dropshipping business. So now here is the store that we've created. If we had to go take a look at what it looks like, this is what you're going to see. Just want to close that side. And while that's going, I just need to remove my extensions because the extensions sometimes interfere. And you can see I've got a million extensions. I just want to see what's the other one. All right. So you can see here is the site. So if I filled in the headlines, it would have been filled in for me and I didn't need to do that over again. And now you can see you can even change the call to actions here. It's already very pretty site. All you need to do is replace this. So I'm just going to delete this iframe because we're not going to make use of the iframe. We are just going to add our own products in. Now, guys, I want you to understand that there's multiple ways of doing this when you create an e-com store. AliExpress, what we are going to do today is we're going to add the AliExpress products, but you can still create a proper e-commerce store with all the necessary buttons at the top that goes to the account. You can have all the different things that I spoke about in the past, in the previous trainings, the proper method of creating an e-com store with newsletters and all that kind of stuff. So you don't have to stick with just a page like this. So let's just go now to the left, and we are going to go to Supercheckout. If I'm going too fast, I want you guys to stop me. So obviously we need to put in our business details. And I'm just going to choose a country. And start. All right, so now we need to go to the dropshipping area. We're going to scroll right down to the bottom where it says dropshipping. And then we are going to look at all of these other things later on. We first need to go and create the product. And now right here, remember when I said earlier, when you've done your research, you need to go drop in your URL right here, and it's going to search for it and it will bring it in. But because I didn't go copy any of the URLs now, I can't show you how to do that. But this is where you would bring it in by dropping it in, and it's going to import it from that area. The other method is to go the longer way. And this is on the left. And that is what a lot of people has done inside of Builderall. And this is what they've done. They've actually just went and add products randomly without actually going to research the specific buyer or the specific dropshipper. So let's just choose some products here, bath and shower, something like that, because we are working with a cosmetic site. And then obviously, let's say now you want to have that product, you're going to click on import. And it's the same function if when you use it, search by URL. So I'm just going to import a few products here. And let me keep it at 3, so we are not going to go too much. So here on the left-hand side, it shows products for import. It's the ones that I have clicked on. You can see I can remove the product as well if I want to. But let's say I want those 3 products. I'm going to click on import. And now I'm just going to say understand. That message, by the way, that I just removed there, tells you to make sure that you research your product. That's why it's so important. Now let's look at the first one. You're going to check if all the information is correct, if you want to change some information about it. And this is where the pricing comes. You can see that the price cost and the price value. And I'm going to show you what happens if you play around with it, what happens to the profit. So let's say I'm going to type in 10 there. You can see what happens. It tells us the profit that you are going to make, which is 34%. So $3.45 that you're going to make on this product if you are going to sell it for $10. So this is a very unique feature as well, because it shows you the profits that you have made for a specific product. Then we're going to scroll down, and then you need to choose a thank you page. And I don't have one set up yet, so let's just go back there. We didn't create a thank you page at all. So let me just go and create a thank you page. And I'm going to save that one. I'm probably going to have to go back to it again now. Let's see if it's going to pick it up. And of course, I don't think it will. So normally you would have to create your thank you page before that. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go grab the URL for now, because I don't want to go back out of this section here. All right. The place that we're going to sell it is going to be on the home page. So you need to make sure that all the information is 100% correct. And then you're going to click import. And you will need to do this with all the products that you have chosen. So you can see we still got two left to go. So let's just do it with all of them. I'm just going to add some amounts here. And the same thank you URL. Because we need to have something to work with. Why is it not importing now? Let me just check quickly.
Your URL's not right. Oh, it fixed it.
There it is. That is so strange. The URL is correct. Okay, let's just go back. Let's just go back into the drop shipping area. Maybe it is because of my URL that I've dropped in there. Drop shipping, import. Where are we? Where are we? Beauty and health, bath and shower. Import, 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 import. Okay, there, that's correct. Let's say we sell that for 10. And thank you page, home page, profit, all of that is correct. All of that is correct. Import. Ah, that's the import button. But anyways, I'm just going to import all of them. I'm not going to change each and every single one. Let me just do this. Let's make that $20. Thank you, page. Import. The other one was a mistake. We must just not use that other product now. All right, so now we've added it. You can see it's blank. There's nothing left there. So I'm just going to say understand. And now we can go out of this area because we're not going to make use of it. All the products has already been imported. All you need to do is go to products now, and you will see your products is sitting right there. Now we can delete the test one that was created. And I'm definitely going to delete that one. We don't want to play around with that one. And then we've got our 3 products sitting right there. So what is the next step? You still have to go through these products. So let's go click on edit. And actually, before I go on with that, let me go back to dropshipping just to show you something. Here we've got organize vendors. All right. So I'm going to click on organize vendors. And because you have built a relationship with this vendor, you should know their contact details. So you're going to click on register vendors. And you're going to put in their details here. So let's pretend that this vendor, I'm just going to call myself and whatever email address and whatever the address there is. And all of that is fine. I think that is okay. Understand. And save. So you're going to register all the vendors for all your different kinds of products right here before you're going to do anything else. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you'll see there's a little icon here that shows how many products you have for this specific vendor in your store. And the only way to add to it is through the area that we're going to look at in the products area now. You're going to see how we add to that. So let's go to products. Oh no, man, I don't want, this is terrible things that I've added. I'm just going to work with the 2. All right, so let's go click on edit. Going to scroll down. Going to see everything is correct. We're going to ask for address because that is very important. See why we need to go through the information again. You have to make sure that you ask for the address. It's a physical product and it's cosmetic. Pricing. Going to make sure that your pricing is correct. I'm just going to choose my Stripe test account. All of that is correct. The product quantification, we're not going to worry about the product quantification at this stage because it's not part of the training really, but you can enable it to buy more than one. Affiliation, we're not going to do that. Design, we're just going to choose this. You can change your design checkout, you know that obviously. The thank you page is fine. You're going to connect your email campaigns, your restricted areas. We don't have any restricted areas. Integration. This is where the magic happens. Now, under the integration area, we've got drop shipping enabled. You can see drop shipping external marketplaces. And if you click there, you would be able to choose the vendor that you are using with. So you don't have to make use of that site. You just click on drop shipping vendor, and then you choose the vendor for this specific product. And then you're going to go to the chip shipping area and you're going to customize and play around. Obviously, you need to make sure that you choose the right options. Go to your terms of use, make sure you accept it, and you're going to update. That's all you need to do for each and every single product. So I'm going to do it one more time because I've only done it now for the one. So let's just do the other one. It's the other one, sorry. So again, we're just going to go through, make sure that we ask for the address, make sure that you change your things there, make sure that your pricing is correct, everything is right. Choose the Stripe account, going to the integration area, dropshipping vendor, because this vendor is going to be Jacky. And the shipping, I'm not going to worry about the shipping and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to update and finalize. So now you've got your two products, you've created them, you are actually ready to go. But there's one more thing that you need to do, and that is to go and add it to your store. But we first have to go to e-commerce. Now, this is where it changed. You can go and add the links individually inside of, by click on the product, taking the link and add it into your blogs, or you can create your e-commerce store. That's basically the two different methods that you can go around. So let's just call this cosmetic store. And it's US. And we're going to make use of the Stripe. And the sales page is the home. Don't have any coupons or any of those kind of stuff at all. I want 6 products on this specific page. I'm not going to disable the continue shopping button or any of those type of things. If you guys want to know in-depth training with regards to setting an e-com store, you need to go watch the training where I go in depth with that. Select your upsell page or your thank you page. And then tags. I love this tags function. Tags is like filters. So if you, for an example, let's say you are selling t-shirts, for an example. You might have one type of t-shirt with one type of design, but you have it in different colors. You've got it in different sizes, which you would be able to do inside of Supercheckout. But the tags is for Nike. You might have t-shirts that comes from Gucci, t-shirts that comes from Chanel, t-shirts, and that is what you're going to do in this area. So because this is a cosmetic store, you can have tags like Chanel. I don't even know all the cosmetic products out there. And this is the type of thing that you would add, because when the people start filtering in your site, they can filter the products by brand, for an example. So you can have Revlon products, that is lipsticks and eyeshadows and whatever the case might be. And you can have from Avon and from Chanel, and it will filter the products according to that. And the client don't have to go through the whole store. So that is really a unique feature. Then you're going to have to do your shipping method. I'm not going to worry about this area right here, because drop shipping on its own is going to take some time. Just to do the shipping part, I've done in-depth training with regards to that as well. Affiliation, we're not going to worry about. So let's just see how far we've gone. Let's click and save. Save and continue. So now our URL has been created, but we are not done yet, because we need to click on products. And right here in products, you can see your 2 products sitting there, and it tells you how much stock you have. So you can have an estimated stock. You can speak to your supplier and make sure that they have enough stock. And then you can limit the stock by enabling it and choose how many is available. And here is the variation that you can change. So for an example, if you were selling t-shirts, you would be able to create the variation here from small, medium, and large. But again, this is part of other training. And then you can choose the tag for this product. So let's say this specific product was a Revlon product. You would only add the Revlon tag to this specific product. But there is no variation for that. So we're just going to leave it like that. And I want to leave it on Revlon so that you can see what it's going to look like on the end. So you need to give it a good product resume, some images. I'm just going to write cosmetic because I'm not going to go in detail. And cosmetic. Oh, I can't even spell. And we're going to click save. And that's what you're going to have to do with both of your products. So let me just do another tag here. And we can say Chanel. And I'm going to enable stock. And why I like the stock function is if there is no stock, it's going to show no stock during the whole process. I'm just going to write test. I don't want to go in detail. And we're going to click save. So now you've created your products and we are ready to go. So we're just going to click on update and finalize. So before we go on, I just want to go and show you on the left-hand side, if you go back to dropshipping and you go to your vendors, you're going to see the two products of this vendor sitting right here now. And this is how you're going to control what is going on inside of your store. So let's go back now to e-commerce and go grab the URL for it. I'm going to grab our shopping URL. I'm going to go to our Cheetah page, get the iframe, and drop it in. Right click, embed it. Oh, where I'm so fast. Sorry, guys. All right. So I'm not going to beautify this page. Just want to show you how it works. So I'm going to stretch it across the page because I want to show you the function of the categories that is here on the side. So you can choose to have your filter options here, or you can choose not to have it. But you can see it shows Chanel, Avon, and Revlon. So if you have to, let me save and I'll show you what happens if you filter according to that, because I love this function. You would be able to filter according to what the client is looking for. I hope you guys are not fast asleep. That's fine. I tend to be faster than the system. Close. All right, so when you are here, I think we said Chanel. You can see what happens. It removes the other one because this is the only product that is Chanel. If I take it away and I say, okay, I want Revlon, it's going to bring up the products for Revlon. So that is really a cool function. So let's go back to the editor. So you've added your store. Everything is working fine. Let's go through a test to see how it's going to work. We're going to purchase a few products so that we can see how it works. I'm just going to go out because I already saved it and go to Cheetah. And I'm just going to republish. Have we got any questions? Maybe I'm just going to stop sharing. Any questions, guys? None? Okay, there is a question. When there is a return, does the RMA comes? Oh, let me just go check. When there is a return, does the RMA come from you? Then they send the product back to you. Then the ship is back. No, it's been sent back to the dropshipper, as far as I understand. And that's what I'm saying to you, Karen. At the end of the day, it depends on the relationship that you have with your dropshipper. I personally, if you have a relationship with them, you would ask them to have the labels inside of it according to the place that it needs to be returned to. So that is a decision that you need to make with regards to the returns with the dropshipper. I cannot, they can send it to you and you can send it again, but that's going to be a way too long process. I would say it's better to get the return directly back to the dropshipper. But the idea is not to get a return. That is the idea. And that is why I'm saying you need to make sure that you do a proper research before you just grab and there's going to be a lot of returns happening. All right, so let's do a test so I can show you the rest of it. There we go. I'm just going to go to the website. I just need to put something on this thank you page, guys. Sorry, I need to put something there. Otherwise, it's not going to work in the checkout. Did you guys know that? If you do not have a panel or something here, your checkout doesn't work. So let me just add something there. Here's the thank you. Thank you. Where's the thank you page? I'm just going to grab that. Just going to add something there. All right, and save. And that's fine. Okay. So let's go to the home page. Go to the website. And we're going to purchase a product. So I'm just going to go and say, I want this product. Yes, definitely want this. Add. Going to see now, obviously, if you add a nice description and everything, it would look nice. If you customize it with your own branding, it would look a lot better. So I need to give a login detail. So I'm going to have to think about an email address that I can use that I haven't used before. So let's think about, this is so difficult. Matt@gmail. No, I've used that before as well. Let's say Karen@gmail.com. And I'm going to sign in. I mean, I need to sign up this person. Sorry, Karen@gmail.com. And sign up. Oh no, man. What have I not used before? Karen D. All right, so now we're going through the process. And she's from Brazil or wherever. And actually, I don't have a Brazil address on here. So let me just stay with the United States. All right. Everything is fine. This is what they want. They're going to pay. Purchase complete. Going through the whole process. And they end up on your thank you page. So now that process has been done. So let's go back to Supercheckout. And I'm just going to reload the page. And we're going to go check what has happened with your dropshipping store here. All right, see all purchase orders. And here is your purchase order sitting right here at the bottom. So if you have multiple purchase orders, they will all sit right here. And there's the status of it. You can see created. This is the one that's been created and it's got a black icon. If I click on anything that's paid, it's not going to show anything. If I click on transit, it's not showing anything. So none of that is shown. The only negative part of this is not an automated process. This is a manual process. You need to manually go check your orders every day. Place the order with AliExpress, do the payment, and then come back here and change and adjust it. So now you can see that you've made a profit of 809. And let's say now we're going to click on more details. It's going to give you the information of what was sold. You're going to take this information. You're going to place this order with AliExpress directly. You can also take a look at what the invoice looked like if you want to, and download the invoice, and then maybe use the invoice if you want to send the order to AliExpress. But you can also use, let me just go back one. You can always go back to the original place on AliExpress and place the order there if you don't have a direct email or did not create that relationship with the client with AliExpress yet. Because remember, on AliExpress, you're going to get the email address from the client, from the dropshipper. So you don't have to place your order really here if you have a relationship with them. So let's say if I've got this dress here, let's just scroll and choose a product. I'm going to choose that product. And then you've got store home. This is the store of this specific client. So you're going to scroll around, you're going to find the email address. It's normally, there's different places where they add their details for the seller. You just need to find it. There we go. There is one detailed selling official store. All right, it's just right here normally. Contact now. So that was going to be the email address. So when you sign into your AliExpress account, you would be able to send them an email. You're going to send the order to the AliExpress guy. And then once you have done that, you're going to come back to your dropshipping area, back to your vendors. And now you're going to adjust that. So let me just click on that details. Not on the details, vendors. So now this specific product, we are going to update, all right? Because we have already placed the order for this specific client. So we need to update this. At the moment, it's been created, but now it's been paid. You've actually paid for it. So all you need to do is click on paid and click save. So now what's going to happen is it's been updated in your area to green. So you can see now the status of this product is now green because you've paid for it. Now maybe the dropshipper send you a message to say that this product has been shipped. All you need to do is go back to this product, say that it's in transit and save. And then you're going to see again, when you go back to the area of your products, you would be able to see exactly that it's blue because blue means in transit. And that is how you would be able to follow and see exactly what has happened to your products in this whole process with AliExpress. And that is basically all the information I can give to you. If a person is going to refund, maybe they want to do a refund, you're going to have to go and click on the invoice. And right here on the invoice where it says received, you can click refund. And then it says, okay. So that means that this order has been refunded. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. If there's any questions, now is the time to throw that at me. Nothing. Okay, Karen is asking, will there be an automation integration between Builderall and AliExpress so that once the order has come in as paid, then it auto flows to Alibaba, tracking number comes back to our system? Not at this stage, no. Unfortunately not. Because it makes it very complicated system to do that. We don't have that kind of integration at the moment. Unfortunately, it is still manual, but we don't know what the futures entail. Maybe in the future, they would give us that opportunity. But at this stage, Karen, the answer is no. There is not an automated process. It is a manual process by placing the order. And again, Karen, to be quite honest with you, if you are selling a product that, like the tents, for an example, you're not going to have this huge amount of products that you're going to sell per day so that it's going to get out of control. But if you are selling a product that is of high demand or whatever, and you're making a lot of money, maybe it's a good time then to employ a person that would be able to do that on your behalf, to be the person that intermediates. But it is unfortunately not an automatic process. Will there be other suppliers added? Is there a reason why everybody is giving me messages? Can you not speak? Is it that don't you have the option to speak? Will there be other suppliers added, like AliExpress, to import it? I'm sure in future, maybe Alibaba and DHgate and those kind of things, but you can create your own suppliers. Yes, there is. I have other suppliers added. Yes, you can, but it's a manual process. You won't be able to import the images like I've just done with Alibaba. You're going to have to create the images yourself. And that's why you saw that vendor area that I just showed you now. So let me share my screen with you again. The area right here under dropshipping, organize your vendors. If you've added all your different kinds of vendors here, you can go when you do your product, and I'm going to click on edit. You go to the integration part here at the bottom. Obviously, you're going to add your images of the product, and you're going to click enable. This is where you can do external marketplaces as well. External URL, external reference, external vendor. You would be able to do that as well. Or you can make use of the dropshipping vendor by the way I've just created it now. So those are the two different kinds of methods that you can use. But you can have an external URL and vendor. I just prefer to use the dropshipping vendor one there. Other questions? I have a question: how to compete with the delivery times of AliExpress against Amazon, for example, in Mexico, which takes up to 2 months to receive the products from AliExpress and Amazon delivery in 1 day, and 3 to 5 days max. I have the question, or if there is a strategy that you know about. Yes, that is exactly, that's what I'm saying, Javier. On the end of the day, because if a product is on Amazon, I try to avoid it personally. I wouldn't go that way, because you are competing against Amazon. And that is why I said my favorite is to find a product that is not on Amazon or on eBay. And believe me, there is products that is not there. Not everybody is selling all these different kinds of products that you can get in AliExpress. So preferably find a product that is not on Amazon. And when it comes to delivery, that is also what I'm saying, choose, make use of the USA warehouse. Because if you're making use of the USA warehouse for AliExpress, the delivery inside of the US will be faster than it would be if you just buy a product randomly from aliexpress.com. So that is going to shorten the time period a little bit. And then obviously the other option, like I said, my favorite is to, I've actually done some training a while ago with regards to this, is where you go find drop shippers that are not AliExpress. You can literally go and Google drop shippers, and they're going to show you there's quite a variety. I must just go look for that training, and I can give you a list of drop shippers that are drop shipping products that is not AliExpress, which would be like remote control cars, really high valuable products that you would be able to drop ship, and they would really take care in shipping your product and to the client that will get it in time. So that is another option. That is the option that I prefer over and above AliExpress, but I think it depends on from person to person as to what they want to do. But my suggestion is to find products that's not on Amazon. Is there a limit to the number of type of items you can have in your Supercheckout store as a drop shipper? No, there's no limit. You can add as many as you like. No limits whatsoever. That's what makes Builderall so beautiful. But guys, you know what? I have said a lot about the fact that you must not have a general store with general items and things. The only reason I'm saying is I don't want you to waste your time. Because I know a lot of people are jumping into the drop shipping business because people are desperate. They need to earn money. And by just adding these products randomly, it looks so great when you create these websites and everything. But you have to think about the giants out there like the Amazons. And if you do your research just a little bit, it's going to take you some time in the beginning. And you might find even after you have created a product and you think that this is the winning product, you might not succeed the first time. I know of a person personally that has got about 73 products that they've tested before they finally found their winning product. And then it was just smiling all the way going to the bank. You just need to make sure that you find the right product at the right price, that you can compete with Amazon, that you build that know, like, and trust factor, that you've got the relationship. Guys, it's all about relationship with that supplier, whether it's going to be an AliExpress, because there is good guys at AliExpress that will really take care of you very, very well. I mean, if you go look and use those little icons I've showed you in the Chrome Express, and you look at the ratings of people that's got a 98% rating, and you contact them directly and have an arrangement with them to ship the products faster rate, then you got it made. But you need to build a relationship with them. You can't just place an order and think that this thing is going to be delivered in time. It's all about the relationship. Drop shipping is about the relationship with your customer, the relationship with the client, as well as building that know, like, and trust factor. All right. Any other questions? It is so strange to have the Zoom session this week and nobody is speaking, and I'm the only one speaking. Normally everybody speaks, and I don't know if it's our beautiful Zoom session that's causing this issue for me. All right, Edison, I did your training on drop shipping, and I actually selected one of the drop shippers from the list you shared. I'm currently working on building a drop shipping store with their products. We have no access to speak. You don't have access to speak, Edison. You have to speak to them, even if it's via email. if you cannot speak to them, how can you build a business? You have to be able to either Skype them, see them face to face, or email them. Because if you cannot speak to them, what if you pay for that product and the person disappears with your money? You have to make sure that you know who this person is, that you've done research on this dropshipper as well. So you cannot have one that you cannot have access. Choose another product, please. Choose another product if you cannot speak to the dropshipper. There's actually, I think I've got a list of, I think there's like 100 different dropshippers and 100 different niches that you can choose from. You said we are not speaking. Oh, okay. I thought you said you cannot. Oh, goodness. But there somebody is speaking. We have no access to speak. Is it true?
I
don't think so.
maybe
No, we can speak.
I can
We
speak.
just have to unmute.
Okay. Yo, because I'd like to hear your voices. Yes, I hate hearing my own voice the whole time. Just to know, are you guys with me? Are you understanding this whole thing? And whatever the case might be, you need to speak to me so that I know that you guys are actually with me in this whole thing.
So
I just-
Jackie, this is Clary, Claribel. Yes, I have a question. You mentioned that we could use this platform for the drop shipping, but we could use that also to build a store, just like, you know, any other store.
Yes.
We also gonna have the WordPress, the WooCommerce, right?
Yes.
Eventually.
Yes.
So that would be a little bit different
The WooCommerce,
platform.
yeah, Claribel, we already have the WooCommerce. It's already sitting there. That's the WordPress WooCommerce server that you need to buy from Builderall. That's, I think, the smallest package. The smallest server is $15. And if you are going to make use of that, you will have a huge way of integrating Alibaba, AliExpress that will automate everything for you. Because I know that there's companies out there like Builderall, I don't even know how to pronounce it, that integrates with WooCommerce, which will make it all-in-one automated system. But
Okay, now the only hold up that I have on that is that under the plans is saying that we have access to the platform with one server included for the price that we're paying, but it's not active at this point.
no, it's not active yet. I think they're still working on it. But as far as I understand, I can be under correction. It's we will only have access for a limited time. I don't think it's going to be continuous access. I think it's only until December, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. They are still working on it, so I cannot really confirm on that yet, because you know what, with one server, you can build hundreds of sites, hundreds of sites. And to be honest, to pay $15 for an opportunity to build so many different kinds of sites is just incredible. It's incredible. Whether you pay for it or whether whatever the case might be, one server it's really, and you've got access to all the things in WordPress, everything, as well as Cheetah. I mean, when I created the training for the WordPress WooCommerce, which is coming out soon, you will see they are wonderful. The Cheetah Builder, it's actually made just for WordPress. It's been created just for WordPress. It works a little bit different, and I will be doing training on that in my next Tuesday night training. But you're going to see that it is wonderful. You've got it all in one, and you can have your WooCommerce store that integrates with AliExpress, Alibaba, and all those kind of people, eBay or whatever, because they've got all those plugins. But with regards to the pricing and that kind of stuff, I cannot confirm at all.
Well, I hope the process will be much easier, because it seems like it's so many steps to set, you know, product by product. I'm not sure how that WooCommerce is going to be, but very time consuming.
Yeah, it is time consuming, definitely. And that is why I'm saying to you to go product specific. Like if you're selling tents and you're selling 50 tents, it's not going to be an issue to set up a store for 50 tents and now and then add an additional tent as it comes out. That is why I am saying to you to be product specific, or to find a drop shipper that sells kites or speedboats. For all of that care, frickin', if I can have a store that sells speedboats and I sell one speedboat a year, I will be smiling all the way, because that is what you want to do. That is why I'm saying for drop shipping, I preferably would say it is better to be product specific, so that you don't have hundreds of a specific product, and that you can build your know, like, and trust around that product and even brand it. And that is what I like about the AliExpress thing, is if you find a good product that is high quality, valuable, good relationship, and you can get your brand on that product, then you've got it made for life for drop shipping. Then I can say becomes very lucrative. But if you've got hundreds and thousands of products you're going to add, it is going to be a time to actually get it all into the system. Then WooCommerce,
it makes sense.
Then WooCommerce,
It makes sense, you know, if I build it for myself, I will do it that way. I'm thinking about if I have a customer who would like to, you know, have their online store, and I have a couple already, you know, they're working on getting products, and I know it's going to be a lot of products. So
yeah, and then, like I said, and again, even if you're selling it to a client as an agency, need to be very careful, because you're going to create the site, you're going to sell the site to them, and they're going to say the site is not making money. Or they're going to say that there's too many refunds happening, whatever the case might be, because the research wasn't done. So you can go and add a site for clients with lots and lots of products, but there's going to be refunds, there's going to be shipping issues, there's going to be all those kind of stuff, because there's no relationship. And you need to take that into consideration. Unfortunately, this is just the way it works at the moment. I'm not saying that it cannot be successful. It probably can. But if they are going to go to Amazon and they're going to find that products on Amazon, it's just not going to work. You cannot compete against Amazon unless you have something that is complete unique selling point, totally different to Amazon. Then
it's different. It's completely different, and they're gonna have the product on site. So you know they're just gonna. It's not gonna be drop shipping situation. They're gonna order the products, they're gonna have it, and then they want to sell it online.
Yeah.
So
well, that you can do with the e-commerce, you can do it, but e-commerce is always a manual process, whether you use Builderall or whether you use any other product system out there. Magento, I had a Magento store, and it takes a long time, because you still need to add the descriptions, you still need to add the labels, you still need to add the pricing and the profits and the variations and all that kind of stuff. The system can't do those things for you. That you're going to have to do manually anyways, no matter which product you choose. The only automation that will happen, for example, with WooCommerce and maybe having an account with Builderall or whatever, which is a drop shipping companies, is that they will do the integration with WooCommerce and have the whole system automated, where the delivery and the actions between the two is happening. That's basically all that you can do. But it will be time consuming. E-commerce is unfortunately not an easy process. You have to go and have some manual labor to it.
Yeah, and Shopify is taking a big chunk of that market.
Definitely. Is it possible to import non-AliExpress products into Supercheckout, Dropship? No, you can't import it, Edison. But you can just create a normal store like you would normally do, but you can't import it. We don't have a import function of that yet. For that, you're going to have to create it manually. But I'm sure, guys, I'm sure that our drop shipping is going to evolve over time, just like everything else is evolving. And we don't know what we might have in future. But at this stage, this is what it can do. And it is still a lucrative way of making money if you are choosing that right product. I always say high demand, low supply is the sweet spot. If you can go do some research for your product and you can solve a problem that a person have, and you can find that specific product on AliExpress and build that relationship, then I don't see how you can go wrong, because then you've got all the tools to scale your business inside of Builderall. You can create coupons, you can create specials, you can run auctions on products, you can even purchase products from AliExpress, let it be delivered to you and not drop ship and be in control of the products and the shipping yourself, especially if you are in the US. I mean, then you've got it made. You've got all the power to get the products and be in control of the shipping yourself. So you can
Jackie.
basically use the drop shipping feature. Yes.
Yeah, so I want to share something too, because you keep talking about you can't compete with Amazon. So a few years ago when I was doing drop shipping, what I used to do, and this was through a company that kind of somehow told you about it, they were teaching you to do it. And what I used to do, and it was weird because this was like maybe not even 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And what we would do was, what you were taught to do was I would find a product. It's just like you're saying. So, and it could be multiple products, but let's just say, I don't know, for the summer, let's just say something had to do with cleaning pools, and that something that people bought every year for their pools. I'm just, making this up, but I had one product that I would put that one product on eBay. I would advertise the item on eBay at a price somewhere around higher than I was going to pay for it, obviously, but competitive to what other people were doing. And I would auction it on eBay. And when they bought it, I went to Amazon and bought it and shipped it to them. I just went and ordered on Amazon. And even at the time, that seemed crazy to me because I felt like everybody must know to go to Amazon. Why are they not going to Amazon themselves? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because we take a lot for granted in terms of what we know or when we find something, but this is a huge world and everybody's perspective is different. So even though we know we can go buy, so this one item, so I was saying like the pool item, right? Like maybe it's the little bobble filter that you sit inside your pool and it goes around, and maybe every year you need a new one or you need a new inside piece for it.
Yeah.
We think that if it's cheaper on Amazon, that they would just do it, but some people don't know that, and they think they're going to get a better deal on eBay because it's an auction site. So from sellers, and that's, so the goal was to, as a seller, to get a good reputation on there and have certain different items you put up, and then people would be Googling for it, and then they would find, search on eBay for the item or Google and find it and order from you. And I didn't put enough energy, effort, or time into this, but for this one, I had this one product. It could be like your tent, or this, like I said, but this one product, and people used to order this over and over and over again. And I would do an auction and I would take it down, I'd put it back up, do it again. And I mean, it was a product that I was paying maybe $29 for it on Amazon, and I was selling it for around $42 to $49. That wasn't bad. And if I sold 3 a week, that was okay. And if I had done more, I would have earned more. I'm just bringing this up because, again, it's a different perspective. And it's another way to do drop shipping. That doesn't even, but you could do it with the Alibaba, same thing. You can go out and do items on on eBay that you found that are good deals that you think based on the season. You got to think about the time of the year that it is, in certain places, what they do, the holidays and different things. And you could do that as well. So I just wanted to add yet another perspective so people can think about ways to utilize this to their advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can do that. But if you are going to have your own store and just drop shipping directly, that's a different story. Because I mean, personally, I will not buy a product. Let's say I'm looking for, what can I say, a computer or whatever the case might be. I will go look at Amazon first. It's just my first instinct because I've done business with them and I know that the delivery is fast. And I know that if there's a problem, I will get my refund. And that is what makes Amazon at this stage so powerful. And yes, to buy from Amazon and sell on eBay, that is an easy way to do it because eBay is also a huge platform to use. But if you are going to create your own store with that tent or product, or just as something that you don't have authority, I know it's a big world and we've got lots of different opportunities, but my whole idea is to find a way where a person can be more, I wouldn't say guaranteed to earn an income, but faster than what you would have done if you just randomly choose a product and start selling. But that is
but just want to add to what you're saying. The point I'm making is that we assume that everybody knows about Amazon. Believe it or not, everybody doesn't know about Amazon, even though they've grown a lot over the last few years since I was doing that. I get that. But there are still people in certain places that either can't access it or can't or don't know about it. And they think they're going to get a better deal. And the cool thing about a site like eBay is just simply that people are already going there to look for items. So if you're finding items that you're getting a good deal on Amazon and you put it up, it can be in conjunction with a store too. I'm just saying it could be a different strategy to test an item.
Absolutely.
That might be, so if you're going to build a store, you could use the eBay strategy as a way to test something, to see if people are looking for it, if people are going to buy it. And then when they do, and I never paid it's the same, it was drop shipping, because I never put any money out until I got paid on eBay for it. Then I would go to Amazon and I would order it. So it was actually drop shipping. So again, just another strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you. All right, guys, that is it. There's nothing more that I can say. If there's no more questions, let me just check. I don't think it is. All right. No, we don't have anything else.
Jacky.
Yes.
Hi, Jacky.
Hi, Michelle.
I have
Sorry, I didn't see your hand.
I was wondering, is there a way that, because every time I go into Supercheckout, I got to enter my information all over again. Is there a way that where I don't have to do that?
Every time that you create a brand new site where it's going to have a possible new domain name, you're going to have to create a new Supercheckout, because that is the business details for that specific account. It is actually, unfortunately, you can't get around it. Every new site that's been created will ask in Supercheckout for the details of that specific client, because you might be building a site for a client and then it's going to ask for their details because they want to send the emails, or if a transaction has happened in Supercheckout, they need to have the business details allocated to that specific account. That is why it's been asked every time.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure. Shaman? Shaman, you've got your hand.
Hi. Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, so when you were saying like about building a relationship with the vendors, so I found a product on one of the vendor sites and I ordered the samples. You know, I had to pay to get a few samples, so I bought like a sample for myself and 4 others for my children, to my grown adult children, to, you know, test the product, right? So it's a blender and I like the blender. You can do ice and everything in the blender, because some blenders you put ice in and it messes the blender up. But anyway, so I did build a relationship with this vendor, and I convinced him, because you know how some of them will have, like if you're trying to brand a product like you were saying earlier. So I wanted to brand the product. I have a logo, and I guess it's a minimum to brand it. It's a minimum of 500 pieces. Well, I convinced him for branding the product. So I convinced him to let me do some pre-orders first, because I've ordered from him over the years. So he's letting me do pre-orders. And put my logo on it. The box isn't going to have my logo on it, but the product will. But so say I'm getting the products for $14, and I was thinking like selling it for like $27.99 or something, right? But the other people are selling the same product for like 60 something. And I'm like, if they get it for, so I'm like, that's a big difference, you know. And I didn't really want to do that, but I'm not going to sell it for $60-something, because that's, well. So anyway, I wasn't thinking at all in the terms of using like the Cheetah site to, you know, do the card or anything. I was just thinking of like going live on social media and things like that to sell the product, but now I could just do it that way. And
Exactly. And Shaman, I'm glad that you raised it, because I can tell you're going to make a killing. If you say that somebody else is already selling it, it means that there's a market for it. And especially at that price, that is amazing. That is
3 different sites I went on, they were all selling it for like $64.99.
Yes, and that is what your unique selling point can be as well. So that is
To the
really
lower
great.
price.
And you can scale your business. And that's what I'm saying to you. If you've got products like, let's say, sometimes people don't just drop ship. Like you say, you purchase products, if it's on your own brand and you keep some of them, you can even go as far then to start creating auctions on your site. You create an auction site, drop shipping auction site. It sounds crazy, but that is an idea that I had that I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. But you can create a drop shipping auction site where you auction products off. But I will come back to you guys with that, because it's a strategy that I've been thinking about for a while now. And I think it's something that I haven't seen anybody else doing with AliExpress. But there's a variety of things. You have to create a site for your product. Don't just use social media. You can really become an authority, because sometimes recently I was looking for pillows for my nook in the kitchen. My husband bought me a nook, and I was looking for this kitchen, and I found on Facebook Marketplace a woman that's making these beautiful pillows. All right. And the first thing that I was looking for was a website. I want to see if this is a legit person, because there's so many people and scams going around. And you click on social media and they tell you, okay, well, you need to pay me up front because I need to purchase this, because I know where these bloody pillows is coming from. It's coming from AliExpress. I can order it myself. So the first thing I was looking for, where is a website? I want to see your website. I want to see your review. So that is why I think you can still make use of social media, but make sure that you've got your website. You've got your reviews. Give some of those samples away to friends that they can create Google reviews. Add your Google reviews. Get your business verified in Google. Add it to your website. Build that know, like, and trust factor. And that is, then you're going to have it made. Then you're going to have it made. But don't, that's what I'm saying, don't not have a website. I say to the people all the time, yes, you can sell on Marketplace and social media, but people want to see. They want to see your site. They want to see who you are. They want to have a contact with you.
Okay. Yeah, because I bought the domain name and everything, and to go with my logo. And then I also tested 3 more of this vendor's products, but I'm just trying to do the one first and, get that out there before I get to the next one. But thank you so much. It helps a lot.
Linwood?
Try it today.
Yeah, hi, Jackie. Thanks for bringing us this very timely training. We certainly appreciate it. Hopefully, some of us will take advantage of it in time for the holiday shopping season, which is fast approaching. Looking forward to some additional training regarding coupon codes, abandoned carts, and so forth, or perhaps you've done them already. And last but not least, if you could point us to where that additional training that you've already done regarding this, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Linwood, I don't know if you're part of my physical information and physical products group in Facebook as yet. Let me just go grab that link, and I'm going to drop it in here for you guys, just in case you are not part of it. My group is about selling e-commerce products, whether it's information products or not. Let me just go grab it. And then tomorrow, I'm going to go look for that training that I've done on the drop shipping, that additional training, and the list of drop shippers that I've got. It's actually a very valuable list that I have. I've actually, on that specific training, I only gave a little bit. I was holding on to some of my suppliers, but I will share with you what I have. Let me just grab this link here. But I just need to go look for the training because it was quite a while ago that I did that. I'm going to drop it right here in the chat. So if you're not part of my Facebook group yet, you can go join it right there. And then you will see, I will post it to that group tomorrow. I got some clarity and an idea of using a blog. I have to go. No, that's no problem. All righty. So that is all from me. Guys, if you've got questions, please go to my group, get involved, ask your questions, raise your ideas, because you know what, we all have different kinds of ideas. Like, I love it when Stacey always comes on and on my meetings especially my Zoom sessions on Fridays and whatever, because she's just like me. You know, we like to share our ideas and strategy and all that kind of stuff. We need that, especially the times that we are living right now. You know what? I can think one way, Stacy thinks another way, Linda's going to think one way, Billy is thinking another. We all think in different ways. And it's always a good idea if we can put all our heads together to get our businesses to work properly, and not cover things up. Because there's a lot of hype on the internet. You will go to a place, they will say, oh, do drop shipping. Yeah, you're going to make a killing. You see all these YouTube videos and they tell you how they make $50,000 in one day by selling this one product. And they're so in your face. But back at the ranch, they don't tell you what is the big things. How many times have they failed? How many times? I mean, everybody can grab a screenshot from somewhere. The whole idea is that we need to share our experiences of what works and what does not work. And that's why I'm saying to you, if you are not going to build a relationship with your clients, if you are not going to have that know, like, and trust, you cannot build a sustainable business. I'm not talking about a once-off sale here and a once-off sale there. You want sustainable income, and that is what you are focusing at. But please make sure that you join my group. Thank you so much for being part of tonight's training. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all around the internet if there's no more questions. If you do have questions, you know where to find us. Please don't worry about silly questions. Sometimes people say that they've got, the question might be silly. It's not silly. If I cannot answer it, I'm going to find the answer. So just go to my group. If you've got any questions or whatever, drop your questions there and I will be there when you need me. Anything with regards to physical or information products. Just don't ask me questions about network marketing, because that's Jean's area. I have no idea how to do network marketing. So he is the kind of person that would help you out if you struggle with that kind of stuff. So
I'm pretty sure you're great at it. You just don't realize it, Jackie.
No, I'm not great at it at all. I know I'm not. You know what? You have to accept your shortcomings. That's one of my shortcomings. I'm not very great at that. So yes, please go to our groups. We are there for you. I don't think a lot of people will realize what we have in these groups. So we've got Terry with product launch, Jean with network marketing, and myself with information and physical products. We still have a local business group, which we all are attending to. So you can ask questions there. I'm sure that all of us, if we see a question being raised in that group, we will pick it up and we will answer those local business questions or service questions or whatever the case might be. And that is all about me. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And I will see you again. Is there anybody? I think, Sharman, do you still have a question? Because I see your hand is raised still. I'm not sure. Okay, now it goes away. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. Thank you. That is all. All right, guys, I am going to end the session. Thank you so much for being here and have a good night. For me, it is almost morning. It's 4 o'clock in the morning here. So I will probably go to bed now. Enjoy your day, guys. Bye.